Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. It's Luke here. I hope you're all doing well. Just a little update, just some news that's out there, transfer news. It's really hard to believe fully any of the transfer rumours because of the stuff that's gone on with Lucas Paquetá as well this last couple of days. I'm sure that it really has scampered some of the plans that we've had. You know, we probably were well expecting to have 85 million or 80 plus at least on the table to play with. It's a hard one, you know, because of Paquetá. The situation is he may be able to play for West Ham for a few months, and then all of a sudden you won't have him and you can't sell him, and it's a really messy situation that we find ourselves in and he finds himself in. So we wait and see what happens there. It may give the chance for people like George Murphy to get a few more minutes, but I think I don't know how long these things go on for. That's the issue. Could it be that it goes on for 6 months and then you think, okay, at least we've got into January, and then if he was to be found guilty, West Ham could maybe look at replacing him then in January? Or do we act on it and think, oh, we better get someone in that's going to create that magic, that's going to have that, I call it the sexy pass, the one who can unlock a defence. We'll wait and see. Like I say, a few names that have been linked today. A player that we have been linked with a few times before in the past. Former Tottenham and current Sporting Lisbon English winger Marcus Edwards. This guy is a top player. Bags of pace, got a trick in him as well. I would love to see West Ham show a bit of ambition and try and get someone like this. I think you put in Bowen, Kudus possibly at the 10, which is rumoured that he may play there this year. And then you have someone like Marcus Edwards, or, I know we're linked with Wilfried Zaha as well as a quick fix. All of a sudden you've got new pace and dynamic. It would be really exciting. There was nothing on the article about the price of him, but like I say, really, really, really good player. I would love to see Marcus Edwards at West Ham. A couple of other players, Championship players, James Jordan, same as the former dancer in Strictly, that name. When I first read it, I thought, I didn't know he was a footballer. The Welsh Wizard, as they call him down there in Birmingham. Young lad. Apparently, Lopetegui is a huge fan of him. Listen, I'm all for going and buying Championship players. I think, Bowen, even Cresswell, a young Cresswell, when he came to West Ham from Tranmere, you can see there's money and value for money in the Championship. Eze we could have had a few years ago, and how much is he worth now? I'm nothing against going in and buying some decent Championship players. Obviously, we still need to buy, we need a stellar signing, or maybe two stellar signings, a good centre-back and a striker, and then you can, have the free transfer, for example, of a Zaha, and then you buy these Championship players. The other one, I find it's so hard to pronounce his name. He is English and he's a big West Ham fan. I think he plays for Blackburn from Colchester. His name's Smosdicks, I think his name is. It's a really, really hard name to say. He's 28. Again, we are linked with him. Again, supposed to be half decent player. He's a massive West Ham fan. And listen, I like when West Ham fans play for West Ham. They know what it's about. They know what it means. If we say, for example, we were to get rid of someone like a Soucek, and with Downs going as well by all accounts, depending on what happens today, really, I think Downs wants to stay even if they don't win today, which is a shame. I don't think he was given a fair crack at a whip, and I think he would be good in a possession-based team, Flynn. So someone like Smosdick or Smosdish, I don't know how to say it without sounding rude. But yeah, he's a decent little player. I wouldn't be against that. Sounds like the Brazilian centre-back could be close as well. I know a lot of people are sort of a little bit sceptical, like, from the Brazilian league. He does play for the Brazilian national team. which again gives me a bit more optimism in terms of his talent and ability. He was good in that England game as well. If you go back and watch the highlights, you can see, he's solid. And we need centre-backs. We do, Oggy's gone now. Zuma's got no knees. Agud doesn't want to stay. And Mavropanos is still a bit of a project player. I think he can be made good. But we will need one, maybe even two centre-backs. So there's a lot of work to do for West Ham this summer. And like I say, with the Paquetá stuff happening, it may have scuppered some of the progress and some of the building we wanted to do in that situation. I will quickly talk on the striker names that have been linked to West Ham, just to end this video on that. It's the regular names of Victor Boniface, who scored against us, scored the crucial turning point goal, really. Seru Girassi from Stuttgart. Ivan Toney's name doesn't go away. Solanke as well, still in there. And obviously Yusuf El-Nesri, who we're linked with every window. And now the fact that Lopetegui's there might be a bit more legs in it. I don't think El-Nesri comes. Not that I wouldn't want him. I do think he's a good player. I do. But I think he's turned us down a few times. I don't think the Lopetegui thing is that big a thing. He gives me the impression of he's settled in Spain, in Seville. I don't know whether he's got wife, kids, whatever, but it's a big thing in football. We forget it's a job sometimes. Same with Bowen with the Newcastle rumour. Arguably yes, Newcastle probably can afford him. Newcastle probably can afford to give him a 50% pay rise more than West Ham. But Bowen's happy. His family's happy. His daughters, will, give it a couple of years. They're at school age. And does he want to root his family up? He's a rich man. And again, that's what I get with the Yusuf El-Nesri one. If I could pick who I'd want, I think it would be Boniface. I think he is an absolute monster of a player. He really is we see it against us, he's a big guy. Monster, pace, power, good in the air. And I think he would absolutely thrive, and it would be a good transitional player away from Mikel Antonio. The Girassi one, again, would be very excited about that one. The reason I have doubts about that one is because of how cheap you can get him. You can get him for 17 million, his buyout clauses. So I think West Ham would have to fight off a hell of a lot of clubs. I think there will be a lot of clubs. Once someone bids for him, let's pretend it is West Ham, I think you would see a Tottenham bid. You would see maybe like a Villa bid or something like that. Some clubs around that sort of range would bid for him, and then that's where the competition. That is why I don't think the Girassi deal will happen. Solanke, I don't think he will come. Ivan Toney one, I still have slight belief in that one. I do. I still have some belief that he might come. But yeah, like I say, if I had to choose for myself personally, it would be Victor Boniface. Let me know what your preference and choice would be. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. I just want to do a video because I haven't done one for a couple of days. Last video I did was the Paquetá reaction. And, I felt I was missing you guys. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button before you leave, guys. Take it easy. Have a good bank holiday weekend. Don't drink too much if you are into your tipples. Enjoy the playoff final. And yeah, come on you Lions.